Blessings, blessings to all them kings and queens out there. How y'all doing today on this good Sunday? Um, just wanted to speak with y'all, just give y'all some love and peace today. It's a little bit to carry you on your journey. I hope that it give you life. And listen, if you log in today, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you live, where you're from, what you're doing. But yes, I just want to give you a little word today. I was talking with some friends the other day, and I had to explain how God allows things in our life. And a lot of people, we be frustrated with God because we're going through and we're enduring pain and we're struggling. Our bills need to be paid and we need God to come through for us. And we don't really understand. It's like, come on, is God real? Does he exist? Is he true? Is he with us? And so when I began to think about my life, God told me, he said, listen, baby, it has to happen. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says that it was good. Good God from glory. Good God from glory. It was good that you was persecuted. It was good. It was good that you had to get through some things. Listen, it was good that you had to shed some tears. Listen to me. It was necessary. You hear me? And so when I began to think about how God said that it was necessary, because I tell you, I couldn't stand before you with fire in my soul if I hadn't been hurt. See what I'm saying? If I hadn't, not got support from people who I love the most, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to stand before you that tell you that God, is my provider, that God can do all things but fail. You see what I'm saying? That God will step in and stop the show for you. You see what I'm saying? And let me let you know that even though God allows these things, you can guarantee that if you suffer with Christ, he said he's going to rise. You're going to rise in glory. You're going to rise in glory. And because of some things that I went through some encounters with God, man. I'm talking about I done been in some low places. You get what I'm saying? Some places that I really couldn't understand. You feel me? And before it was all over and said and done, it was in those places that I met God face to face. I'm talking about, I remember one of the moments that I was going to take my life, right? And I wanted to commit suicide. And I said, well, God, my family don't love me. They don't care about me. They don't come see me. I just want to give up. I just want to throw it out. And I had an encounter with God. So one day I took a handful of 500 milligram pills, and I ended up getting Vacaract and had to go to the hospital and everything, but it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Because, ultimately, when God, you can live, you shall not die. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember moments when I was so frustrated. In high school, I had senior night. And senior night is when, it's your last game, basically last home game that you will play in your sport. And for me, I played basketball. And I always wanted my father there. I wanted him to walk me on the court. You know what I'm saying? Because I always wanted to make my daddy proud. I was a daddy's girl. And unfortunately, he didn't show up. And so my high school, it was like, okay. I took that with a grain of salt and I kept moving. I was hurt, you know what I'm saying? But it was all right. And so then my college career came and it was my last game. And I had wrote on a piece of paper, they asked, who's going to walk you out to the middle of the floor. And I told him my father was, because I thought he was coming. And right before the game, gave me news that my daddy wasn't coming. It's my senior night. It's my last time playing basketball. I wanted my daddy to be there. And so on my senior night, I think I had an injury. And let me tell y'all something. I went to work. I'm talking about, y'all, I don't even know. I probably had about 20-something points that day. I went to work. I was so upset. I was so angry that I was going to punish everything that was in my way. I was on a mission. See what I'm saying? But listen, if I wouldn't have been disappointed, I wouldn't have responded the way that I responded. And so what my pain did for me, it made me respond. You hear what I'm saying? And so no matter what happened to me, I responded. You know what I'm saying? If I lost everything, I bounced back. You hear what I say? If people walked away, baby, I love myself. See what I'm saying? Oh, I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you a real story. You see what I'm saying? Listen, if nobody came to my game, I'm going to give it everything I got. You see what I'm saying? Listen to me. If nobody was my cheerleader, God, you with me. Because he's been with me. You hear what I'm saying? I'm talking about God has been everything to me. I told somebody the other day, where I said, listen, God is my best friend, baby. You hear what I say? I said, because when I was down to nothing, God was up to something. When I was down to nothing, zero, I hit rock bottom, lost. I ain't had no clothes, shoes. It's been moments, y'all, I ain't have clothes and shoes, nowhere to live. I'm living in a motel. But you know what I told myself? Oh, this is not permanent. I'm going to bounce back. You see what I'm saying? I was in a situation and I had went through a dark, dark place and I began to lose my mind. I had got back to the school because I graduated from Weber International University. And when I got back there, I was living at one of the coach's house. The coach kicked me out, okay? He kicked me out. He told my teammates, he said, listen, y'all not allowed to talk with her. You know, he told people on campus, listen, she's demonic, you know, she's walking around naked, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm in a city, I have no family, no friends, none of that. I ain't had nowhere to live. You know what I'm saying? I had nowhere to go. I didn't know what to do. But I knew one thing. There's a God. Listen, I knew that it was one man that was for me. That's what I want to let y'all know. Like, sometimes we be so caught up in what we don't have. Sometimes we be so caught up in the pain that we miss that God is for us. And that if God ever allows you to endure anything, that he's a God that's going to bring you out on top. You hear what I say? Let me tell you something. Today, when I was in church, I was in worship. I just remember when Jesus rose up from the dead. You know, he rose up with all power. You know what I'm saying? And when Jesus rose up, he rose up so that today we can rise from anything. Today we can bounce back. Good God from glory. I said today you can lose everything. You hear what I say? You hear what I say? Today your baby daddy can leave you with 3, 4, 5 kids. I said today your parents could forsake you. But if you have Christ on your side, you'll rise again. I couldn't tell you how many times I done fell off and bounced back. God from glory. Sometimes I get excited. Because when your pain is personal and your encounter with God is personal, listen to me. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You hear what I say? They don't know the tears I cried. You hear me? Listen, on my graduation day, I stood by myself. On my graduation day, I said I stood by myself. I graduated college. And because I was so frustrated and I was upset, I was like, you know what? I don't want no family there. It's me and God. It's me and God, because that's all I ever had was just me and God. So I'm telling y'all today, no matter what situation you in, no matter what life deals you, you hear what I say? God is with you. And God is for you. You hear what I say? See, so you have to believe in the power that is with you and not the things that you see. See what I'm saying? Because if we go by the things that we see, we'll never see God. You feel me? If you just look at your pain, you'll never see God. But if God, that's the type of God. That's the type of God we serve. Listen, God has given us and trusted us here on this plane of life with a power, with a gift. You know what I'm saying? To listen. He told the enemy he did us like Job. Well, listen, God, you got a hedge of protection around him. Well, this is what God is doing for us. The enemy came and went to God about your name. He told God your name. Well, listen, God, if you take your hedge around, I guarantee you they'll forsake you. I guarantee you they wouldn't serve you. And God said, well, try you. See what I'm saying? See, God tried me. And let me tell y'all something. I came out like, go. You hear me? I said, God tried me. And I came out like, go. You hear what I say? And I tell you, if I can do it, you can do it too. I just want to encourage you today to be encouraged. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you endure. That in this life, if God rise you up just one more day, you'll bounce back. You hear me? Just one more day. Just one more day, you'll bounce back. You hear me? I'm trying to tell you something today. That if God allowed it, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I know, well, how could this be meant to be? I lost my brother. I lost my mama. My kids acting up. I lost my job. Why would God want me to suffer? Because listen to me. If you don't suffer in this life, you can't reign with God. You see what I'm saying? If you don't go through something, how can God get the glory? Huh? How can people see that there is a God that exists here? You hear what I say? You got to trust that God is with you. And listen to me. He will not fail you. People fail you. People forsake you. And guess what? Sometimes God will harden somebody's heart because he's the only one who wants to get the glory. And I just believe that in my life, if somebody else would have rescued me, if somebody else would have been there for me, God couldn't get humility from me. But because, listen to me, I done been sleeping on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Because I done had to, listen to me, because I done had to have sex for money. Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen, I know that there's a God that sit high and look low. I know that God was with me. I know that God provides for me. You hear what I say? Like, I don't care what happens. I don't care what goes wrong. God is with us. Today, God is with us. And I encourage you, to be encouraged, to trust the living God. Trust the God that lives in you. Trust the God that moves and have his being. Hey, blessings to y'all. I love you. And may the love of God be with you.